All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for jumping in and watching this video here. And today we're sitting here with Ethan. This is our oldest. And yeah, we are the Gonyas. We're getting ready to head to Japan. God called us into missions. And we wanted to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse and kind of talk a little bit with our kids and what their thoughts are and what their feelings are. Because a lot of people have been asking a lot about you guys and about the kids specifically and what that looks like for you guys as we are walking through this journey. So why don't we start? We got a couple questions here that we're gonna run through. And the first question is, what do you know about Japan? What would you want other people to know that as you've been learning about things in Japan? What would you want other people to know? So why don't you share that?
It's a very interesting culture. I think it's a really cool culture, but it, especially to like Westerners, can seem really weird. For like,
what do you mean by weird? Like, what does that mean?
Not weird, different. Because here in America, you get like a stern talking to if you like slurp your noodles. But in Japan, that's actually a sign of respect that you actually are really enjoying the food. So the louder you slurp your noodles, the more that you're enjoying it.
And are you excited for that part?
It's going to be really weird because you've drilled good manners into me.
Well, it's yes, but it's not bad manners to do it there.
True.
Right. So we have to be careful that I think that's one of the things too for as we go into another culture, it's realizing what things that not just because they do it differently doesn't mean it's wrong.
Right.
Right.
Different doesn't mean better or worse.
Yeah.
It just means it's not the same.
Right. Because that's something that I'm going to have to get used to because I don't like the sound of slurping noodles, do I?
No, you don't.
No. So I have to learn how to work through that. So that's good. All right. What else? What else have you found in Japan? What else have you been studying?
The language is very complicated with the...
In what way?
3 alphabets.
3. Okay. So what are those 3? Do you remember what they are?
Yep. So hiragana, that's the alphabet for words that are native to Japan. So that's like konnichiwa. That would be in...
Which means what?
Hello.
Okay.
So that would be in hiragana because that word was native from Japan.
Okay.
And then there's katakana, which is... It's an alphabet for words that originated outside of Japan. So that would be like pizza, which means pizza, and surprisingly ramen, which means you guessed it.
All right. Yeah, I think that was an interesting one that I found, that ramen was not originally from Japan, even though we all kind of know it as that. So where did ramen come from?
I believe it was China.
Good job. Good job. All right. So there was those 2, and then you said that there was 3 alphabets, though. So what's the 3rd alphabet?
Kanji. It's Chinese characters that you can't like sound it out. You can't read it. It's just a picture that means a word.
A picture that means a word. Okay. And do you remember how many there are?
Thousands.
Yeah. They've recognized about 2,000 characters that they regularly use. Is about 2,000.
That's just regularly using, not even like what's there.
Yeah, and in the language, is it only written in one, or how do they use it in every day?
You can see all 3 in a sentence.
You can see all 3 in a sentence. So are you excited for that part?
No.
No? Not even a little bit? Hey, I'm just going to fix your mic real quick just to kind
Okay.
of get this. That way we can see your face a little bit more because we want to be able to see his face, right? That's why he's here. All right. Let's try that. Let's see if that makes it a little bit easier. Is that a little easier to see on the face? Okay, cool. All right. So that's cool. So there's 3 different alphabets. There's, a lot of different things that are different, slurping noodles and everything, right? So what are you most excited about as we go to Japan? What are you most excited for?
Honestly, all the Nintendo stuff.
Okay.
That's where Nintendo, my favorite video game company, originated. So I'm really excited to see all the exclusive like theme parks and stores and events that only happen in Japan.
Yeah. I loved how you had to preface that by saying honestly, as if you were going to lie to us. Like, were you planning on making a lie and not telling us the truth on that one, or
No.
Okay, all right. Just checking. All right, so you're excited about the Nintendo, and I know you specifically were even like thinking about doing what when you get over there.
So the Switch 2 is really expensive but there's a region locked one, which means that it's only in Japanese and you can never change the language. However, it's basically the price of a Switch 1, so it's so much cheaper.
So maybe you are more excited to learn the language. So that way then you know what you're actually doing.
I think the Switch 2 should count as schooling because it's helping me learn the language.
Ooh. Well, speaking about schooling, when we get over there, you're going to be going to Christian Academy Japan, right? That's where you're going to be going to school. So therefore, that decision is not up to us. That would be a decision up to your teacher. And I can pretty much tell you what they're probably going to say. I'm
not saying it should be like, this is my only exposure to it. I'm just saying, like, it's a good excuse to do it.
It's a good excuse. It's a good excuse.
It's a good excuse.
All right. So what do you think? What do you think will be the hardest part about moving? Because and just to preface, you are the child that we have moved the most. We have moved from different houses down here in Pennsylvania. We've moved up to Binghamton. We came back down. We moved in our house again. You are the one that has gone through the most. So what do you think, having experienced moving in the United States, what do you think is going to be the hardest part about moving to another country? What do you think?
Probably stability.
Stability. That's a big word. Can you spell it for me?
STABB.
No, my word. Cut this out. Cut it out. We don't put this part in. Okay, let's try this again. Stability. What do you mean by stability? Oh,
whoa.
Jeepers.
That was intentional, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You know that there's two T's? Is that what you're going to say?
I know there's two T's.
For those of you that don't know, that's a Brian Regan quote on that one. But anyway, continue. So stability. What do you mean by stability specifically?
I remember when we moved back down from Pennsylvania, we were renting the house, so we wanted to move to another house, and I never wanted to fully unpack because it always felt like we could move at any moment. So then it'd be like, I unpack it all for what? So it definitely moving across, basically just across the world.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be harder because it's going to be like, well, we're going to be moving back and forth a lot. So
yeah, that is hard. So not having the stability, is probably the hardest part.
Not having the stability, of expecting, like knowing what to expect, because don't really know what to expect.
No, we don't. That's true. Not that we ever really know what to expect in life, but we kind of think that we do, right? Until then things hit us and we're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that one.
It's nice to at least have a thought of what you're expecting, though.
There's this false sense of security.
It's at least nice to have a false security. It's still a form of security.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure. So what's one thing that you hope to do or see in Japan? One thing you hope to do or see in Japan?
Sometime I'd love to have my friends from like home church to come to Japan for a couple weeks, and we just go sightseeing like in the summer. And we just go like sightseeing.
So you would like to see your friends from here over there. Okay, so I get that one, but what do you? Okay, let's do this. If they came over, what would you want them to experience? How about that? Maybe that's the better question for you. What would you be like? I want them to experience this in Japan.
Like the Nintendo theme parks. Like there's a bunch of Pokemon parks. There's Disneyland. That's so much cheaper.
This is true.
It's cheaper to buy a plane ticket, fly to Japan, and then buy access into Disney World for the day in Japan than it is to get access to Disney World in Florida. Also, it's much nicer and cleaner. So
that is true. It is extremely clean in Japan, isn't it? Like, it's incredible.
It's hard to believe that's the biggest city and it's also like the cleanest place ever.
Yeah. It's one of the cool things that you've learned about Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat. All right, so that's really cool. All right, what Japanese food are you most excited to try?
I'm really excited to try all the different ramens, stuff that they put shrimp in if they do that.
Okay.
And it's different types of like onigiri and sushi rolls.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. What do you think? Here's a big question for you.
Uh-oh.
What do you think life in Japan will be like? What do you think?
Different.
Different?
It's definitely going to be a lot different living in a city versus where we live now.
This is true. This is true.
It's going to be different with like not really doing all these like church activities that we do here with like the youth group.
Yeah, no, that is really true because we do. I mean, a lot of what we do has all been based around whatever the church has been offering.
Yeah.
So that is really true. That it's gonna be a little different in that aspect. Yeah. What else?
It's going to be different trying to connect with the friends back here, considering we're 13 hours ahead or 14 hours, depending on which daylight savings they're on.
That's true.
Because they don't have Japan doesn't have daylight savings.
Isn't that great? No more having to worry about changing your clocks. I know some of you are like, I don't change my clock. All I have is my phone, and it does it on itself. That's fine for you, but no more changing clocks. No more telling my kids, no, go back to bed. You still have another hour, right? This is gonna be so much easier. I'm just saying.
No more having to like get used to the new dinner time.
That's true. Or like it's dark when you wake up, or it's not dark when you wake up, or dark when you get home from. I don't know. Anyway, something else that's gonna be different for you though is you're gonna be going to school. That's the first time you've ever gone to school. What is your thoughts on that? I mean, I know we don't have that question on here, but I'm going to ask that question. So, what's your thoughts on going to school for the first time in your life? Your silence is very reassuring.
I have very mixed feelings on it.
Okay.
I'm excited for the new experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited because this is also gonna be like the only way to meet new people, like
Yeah.
new kids, new people my age.
Yeah.
Because here in America, it's like you go to church, you can see like a bunch of kids your age. In Japan, you're not even guaranteed like a single not adult at a church.
Right. Yeah.
So this school is gonna be the only way to really meet people my age.
Right. And they speak English there, so that's
speak English there, so that's a plus.
That's a huge plus.
I'm excited to learn the language because I really want to become fluent in Japanese.
So you can play your Switch too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I'm not excited because when one of my friends switched from homeschooling to go to private school, it's still tough because instead of having the whole like half the day free, he has like 20 minutes before I go to bed because he has like school all day. Then he gets home, he has homework and chores and all that. So it's really hard to like not see him as much anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're worried that your available time is going to be less.
Yeah. Unless I just put like all-nighters on like weekends.
Yeah. The answer is no. But I mean, again, the cool part, and I appreciate you sharing that and being honest about that and being open about that, and that is tough. I think the good part, like you said earlier, is that you're gonna be surrounded by friends all day, some new people. It'll take you a little bit to learn friends, right? Because you'll be walking in, you're gonna be the new the new person, so that is gonna take some time to step into that, but. You guys always make friends really well. You guys, you've seen that as you've been moving around and doing different things and seeing people. You guys make really good friends. So I am excited for that aspect. But yeah, I get that. Like you don't have as much free time to kind of do whatever you usually would do. So yeah, that is going to be different. Life is going to be very different for you in that. What are you most looking forward to when we finally get there? Because we're probably not going to be able to go to like Nintendo Land right away. So like, what is like?
We go to the Nintendo store right away.
Oh, okay. So the Nintendo store we get to go to right away.
Yeah,
okay.
We get to go to the Nintendo store right away.
All right. Okay. So that's like that's got to be like on the front end bucket list.
Yeah.
Of things. Okay. All right. And
all the Zelda memorabilia we got.
Yeah, and I've got just two more questions here. This one's going to be a hard one.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So what are you going to miss the most in America?
That's easy. The people.
The people.
If I could bring like everybody that I care about with me, I would have zero problems with going to Japan.
Yeah.
But I can't do that, so I have problems with going to Japan.
Yeah. And that's okay. I think that's the real part of this. You know,
Love comes at a cost.
Yeah. I think I think it's important that we understand that, and what we want to share with people is that, yes, this is exciting. This is really cool. We're really excited, but there is hard parts to this too, and that's the realness of it. So, yeah, I think it's important that we kind of understand both of those things for sure. So thanks for sharing that. So I guess the last question here, and this is what we'll end with, is how can people pray for you and our family as we move? So is there anything specifically that you're like, can you be praying for this aspect for either me or for the family? Like what is it that you would want to ask people? And why don't you look at them and you can tell them what it is that you're asking for prayer for?
Probably to help me with my feelings and attitudes towards itinerating. It's really hard spending what could be like my last year in America away from my friends every week.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hard. It's a lot of, so for those of you that don't know, don't know what itineration really is, it's pretty much every Sunday, we are at a different church every single weekend. We're preaching or sharing the message, something along those lines, and we are sharing about our calling and sharing about what God's doing in our life in this new venture that God has for us, as we're going around and we're sharing and we're raising support, because we need people to be able to be praying for us. We know they're partnering with us through prayer, partnering through us through financials as well. And, you know, we're going and sharing and connecting with people. So yeah, we are missing every Sunday. We're not back at our home church of Abundant Life Church, you know, which we love, and we love being a part of there. But yeah, as we've been walking through this, it is tough, you know. That's why I was excited that you guys got to go be there a couple weeks ago. You guys got to be there on the Sunday, and got to be there. But yeah, it is tough, and it's real. And that's why I'm glad that for the most part, we've gotten you guys there on the Wednesday nights for youth as well. But it's trying to find that balance between trying to give them a kind of let you guys have that normal as possible. But yeah, we're still traveling around and doing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's really hard, and it's probably been weighing on you a lot. And so I appreciate you sharing that. And yeah, so if you just would be praying for him specifically as we're walking through this journey, would you guys be keeping him in prayer just as we're traveling around and sharing and as he's missing those different things? So thank you guys for doing that. Ethan, thanks for sitting down and opening it up and sharing and being honest and bringing people into the journey a little bit. So anything else you want to say to them before we head out?
This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
No, it's not. Jeepers, this kid. All right. Thanks, guys. Catch you guys later.